Hello, good evening. Yeah, I just took a very long nap and then Diet Coke so good. Diet Pepsi. Yeah, I snuck out. I snuck out and went to fast food joint, which was still open. To my surprise, it was. What time is it? It's about midnight. All right, so yeah, I was very surprised that they're still open in this day and age. So I bought some fast food and yeah, no cheese, no mayonnaise. Okay, burger and fries. Yeah, I do fast food sometimes. Okay, and I also stop by gas station and bought some sandwiches and yeah. I did buy cheese sticks. Okay, I couldn't resist. So and also I went to a park. It's like midnight at night, like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. I went to a park and I did some running because my foot is healing up, so yeah, I was able to run. So because I skipped running twice this week, I did some running. Yeah, it's dark at night, but I can still run. Have you ever heard this term, individual night land navigation? Okay, so that's like special forces stuff. Okay, yeah, I'm trained for that, so yeah, I know how to do that stuff. So I'll tell you something about that. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna peel some eggs. Okay, so individual night land navigation. So it's kind of like part of the special forces training, like something very hardcore. So individual night land navigation. I was trained for that. Okay, so basically, you are going to hike in the forest at night by yourself. Forest in the woods at night or by yourself. That's individual night land navigation. Okay, so uh, it's something really cool. Okay, so you go to the woods, forest at night all by yourself. That's individual night land navigation. Yeah, with maps, compass, water, emergency food, lighter, cigarette, meals ready to eat, MRE, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's I had good time doing that. I mean, I tried to become special forces, but I dropped out because I wasn't quite caught out for that. Okay, yeah, it was too much for me, too hardcore. So I had to drop out. But I did receive those training. Okay, so and the special forces people, they're really cool. Okay, yeah, they're army elites, and of course, okay, army is like this. You have regular army, right? My job was electrician for helicopters, and let me put some clothing on. Kind of getting cold. Yeah, man, special forces people, I met them, all different races, blacks, whites, Hispanics, okay, special forces people, they're fantastic. So there's the regular army, right? Like supporting forces, like what I was, like, you know, we are electricians, or we are cooks in the kitchen, or we are like supporting forces, right? And then in the army, there's infantry. That's the main actor, protagonist in the theater of war. Yeah, the rest of us supporting forces. Okay, infantry, they are the main actors, right? And next level, they are rangers, army rangers, right? Next level, there's special forces. Next level, there's delta forces, delta force. Okay. Uh, I read a lot about those army elite training, and I mean, in the British, the Great Britain, Great Britain, right? Yeah, they have like SAS, something special air service, right? This British version of special forces. And in the U.S. Marine, they have Marine Recon. I have some friends who are there, who was doing that. Okay, so yeah, Marine Recon, reconnaissance, right? And of course, in the Navy, you have Navy SEAL, right? Air Force, they have some parachute unit, right? Uh, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm sure Coastal Guard have some special branch as well. Yeah. So, so when I was training for special forces, I mean, I didn't make it, but I did learn a lot. Yeah, they taught me at night. You go into the woods. It's dark, but still you can kind of discern. You're in the forest at night by yourself, okay? But you can still see in the woods, forest, you can kind of see where the road is, the trail is. Yeah, it's dark, but some part of the forest is darker, and some part of the forest in the woods is lighter. You can kind of discern still. Okay? Yeah. Really cool stuff, right? So yeah, I did that. This 30 minutes ago, I went to the woods. I mean, park. Yeah, I can still kind of see, where the trail is. You know, yeah. It's dark, but you can still see the difference between darker and lighter at night. Yeah. So, okay, all my eggs are peeled. That's good. All right. Okay. Let's take a break, okay? I told you a story, and we're gonna talk about some philosophy, a priori versus a posteriori, Immanuel Kant stuff. Okay, we'll talk about that. Okay, so aesthetic perception, all that stuff. Okay, so yeah, let's take a break. Okay. So, metaphysics. Okay. Western philosophy. I have books about that. Arthur Schopenhauer and Immanuel Kant. What else do I have here? Ah. Oh yeah, Schopenhauer. This Parerga and Prolepomena, right? The Schopenhauer essay series. Yeah, I have that. So. Let me read some, okay? Let me read you some of these Western philosophy books because they are beautifully written. It's very dense, kind of sentences. Immanuel Kant, Critical Pure Reason. Their principle is in all appearances, anticipations of perception. Their principle is in all appearances the real, which is an object of sensation, has intensive magnitude, that is, a degree. Proof. Perception is empirical consciousness, that is, a consciousness in which there is at the same time sensation. I have no idea what he's talking about, okay? No idea. How about Arthur Schopenhauer, okay? The world as will and representation. The strange and remote are with difficulty brought near to him, and he does not have before his eyes the measure of the impression made on another. I have no idea what he's talking about, okay? Parerga and Prolepomena. I think that's what it's called. Paralipomena. Okay, Paralipomena. Okay. This is more readable. If now, instead of looking inwards, we again look outwards and take an objective view of the world which presents itself to us, then death will suddenly appear to us as a transition into nothingness. On the other hand, however, birth will appear as a coming forth out of nothingness. Okay. To sum up, what shall I be after my death? Be clear and precise. Everything and nothing. Why does he talk about death? Okay. Some long sentence. Whenever Northumberland appears, Shakespeare allows him a noble, knightly demeanor and gives him language appropriate to it. Indeed, he sometimes has very beautiful and even sublime passages to speak, since Shakespeare's practice is very far removed from that of Schiller, who likes to paint the devil black and whose moral approval or disapproval of the characters he is drawing is audible in the words they themselves speak. No idea what they're talking about. Okay. No clue. I mean, I don't know what they're talking about. Okay, so. What? I don't know what they're talking about, okay? They're beautiful sentences, but I don't know what they're talking about, okay? They're speaking in different wavelengths, I guess. Okay. Diet Coke. Ah, so good. Okay. A priori, a posteriori. Alright? It's about nature versus nurture. Okay? Yeah, empiricism and rationalism. Induction and deduction. Yin and yang. Okay? So, it's like this, okay? nature versus nurture, okay? Like in psychology, okay? Yeah, is it our biological DNA level programmed response? Or is it something that we learn after we are born? Okay, so that's a priori, a posteriori. Okay, simply put, that's what it is. Nature versus nurture. Okay, we know something sometimes because we learned, right? Well, we think we know something because that's what they taught us, right? Like one plus one is two, right? Yeah, Immanuel Kant, he made frequent reference to mathematics, arithmetic. Okay, so I showed it Schopenhauer as well. Okay, so yeah, they were kind of interested in mathematics, logic. All right, so like mathematical truth, right? Yeah, and they are metaphysicians, right? Metaphysicists. They're interested in metaphysics, right? Schopenhauer, Kant, Kant, right? Yeah, metaphysicists, metaphysical truth, right? So like, yeah, so that's what it's about. So aesthetic perception, right? That more has to do with biology. Aesthetic perception, like a baby never learned to eat, but by biological this genetic DNA level programming, babies uh, they just know how to eat milk, right? They didn't learn. Nobody taught babies to drink milk. They just know. Yeah, that's a priori. They didn't experience anything about that. Nobody taught baby to drink milk. They just know because the DNA level, human or animal instinct, basic instinct, and programming on a DNA level. All right, so that's what a priori is about. You don't have to learn it. You don't have to experience it. That's the nature side. Nurture side, the empiricism, education, yeah, social conditioning. Okay, this nurture. Yeah, a posteriori in Latin. Okay, so that's what it is about. Okay, yeah, yeah. Like I went to special forces training. I learned how to land navigate at night alone. Okay, yeah, I received that training. Okay, we just map, compass, flashlight, MRE, water, extra clothing in my rucksack, 50 pounds worth of tent, poncho, right? Maybe umbrella. Okay, yeah, 50 pounds rucksack. You have tent gear, you have food, water, extra stuff, and cigarette, lighter, and so I have my SUV. Okay, I have my tenting gear in my SUV because I live in Alaska. Okay, I have Alaska. Yeah, it's wilderness, so I have to get ready. I have emergency food, tenting gear, extra water. I also have flint to make fire. Flint. I have flint. Many lighters, extra cigarettes, extra food, water, tenting gear, umbrella. I have all that stuff in my car. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes we know something or we think we know something because we learned education, all right? Other times we know something by instinct, all right? Like emotion, right? At night, if you go out in the woods by yourself at night, maybe you get scared sometimes, okay? Yeah, maybe some scary, right? That's the biological instinct. Because at night, out in the woods, yeah, there's some predatory animals, bears. Bears, uh, they are good hunters, and many times they hunt at night because they're very smart. Bears, they're extremely smart animals, and they know how to sneak, be surreptitious. They know how to stalk their prey, and many times bears they hunt at night. Okay, so yeah, your fear of the forest at night, if you're by yourself, that's your biological instinct to protect you from all these natural predators. Okay? But in the special forces training, they teach you how to overcome your biological fear. Okay, so that's what night individual night land navigation training is about. Okay, yeah, I had some good time there. Interesting training, right? Yeah, it was fantastic. It was funny. Okay. So I was in Fort Hood, Texas, right? So before I went to that Fort Bragg, North Carolina, for that selection course, 3 weeks in hell, right? I dropped out after 2 weeks because it was just too much for me. Okay, so but I received the training, met wonderful people. Okay, so before I went to Fort Bragg, for about 1 or 2 months, I trained by myself. I trained other special forces candidates in base in Fort Hood, Texas, big base, okay, and some special forces recruiters and others, okay. So we trained all together, and also I trained all by myself as well, with others by myself, okay. That was very intense and very exciting. Um, so I would go out in the woods in Texas, near the base. Yeah, there's some land navigation training sites, so I would go there on some weekends by myself with my 50-pound rucksack. Yeah, ACU, Army Combat Uniform, at night, Army boots. At night, by myself, I would just go out there. Map, compass, water. Kind of cheating, right? Because I had my cell phone with me. Okay? And Google Map. Just in case I get lost, okay? So yeah, that's kind of cheating, but yeah, I had that. Alright, so I looked at the map, not the Google Map, not cell phone, no, that's for the emergency purpose, alright? Just paper-based map, compass, flashlight, and look at the map about 5 clicks away, 5 kilometers, about 2 miles away, or maybe 7 clicks, kilometers. That they call it kilometer. They call it clicks. Okay, about 7 clicks away, 3 miles away, maybe 10 clicks, 5 miles away. There's this lake far away. So I parked my car, parking area, and look at the map. And about 5 miles away, there's this lake on the map. Okay. So I have compass. There's this road in the map, on the map. Okay, so I'm here. I have my compass. I look at the mountain ranges and okay. So this contour line, this contour ring that on a map. Okay, so I know where I'm at. Okay, there's compass. That's the north. That's the west. Okay, so it's 5 miles away that way. Okay, so let's hit that lake at night by myself on some weekend. Right? Oh yeah, it was exciting. I had some good time there. Individual night land navigation. Okay, that's part of special forces training. Okay, so it was fun. Okay, so we'll take 5 minutes. Okay, and I'll tell you more about it. Okay, so very interesting training. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes. Okay, so ah, good old days. Good old days. So Korea, they also have Korean Marine, this Republic of Korea. They call it Rock Soldiers, Rock Marine. Yes, I mean some of my Korean friends, yeah, they went to Korean Marine, and also I have met in my past some Korean Special Forces as well. They call themselves like something like 특전사, something like that, right? Yeah, I met some of them. Okay, yeah, they're cool. Really hardcore. Very cool people. Okay, yeah. So individual night land navigation. Okay, so let me get my scarf. So yeah, man, like lady, whoever, whatever gender you have, yeah, they're really cool. Okay, so like yeah, so one night in Fort Hood, okay, some weekends, Friday night, I guess, right? Uh, Before I went to Fort Bragg for training, selection course to be special forces. I never made it. Okay, I dropped out. Okay, but that's what? Yeah, funny head, right? Yeah. So parked my car. All right, it's kind of off the base, outside of Fort Hood, but nearby. But it's still kind of like army training area in the woods, Texas, Clean, Texas. I love that town. Okay, fantastic town. Uh, Very appreciative of us soldiers. Okay, so I remember. Okay, so Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, there are two bases in there. This main base, big Fort Hood, very big base. Okay, they have West Fort Hood. That's where I was stationed at. Okay, there's some Air Force people there. Okay, my job, helicopter electrician. So yeah, you have these hangars, West Fort Hood. Okay, the town is called Copperas Cove. Right. So I live in base, army barracks. Right. And there is this fantastic Chinese restaurant there. Okay, and yeah, they're Chinese. They speak Chinese, Chinese Americans. Okay, and they knew how to cook Koreanized Chinese black noodle. It's black bean paste, black noodle. Oh my goodness! And they knew how to cook it in a Korean style because black noodle, yeah, is Peking, Beijing. Okay, it's a Chinese black noodle, but some Chinese people immigrated to Korea, and so this Koreanized Chinese black noodle with this bean paste that's totally black, okay, black noodle, and they have this raw onion, and they also made kimchi as well. This Chinese restaurant in Copperas Cove, which is right next to Clean, Texas. Oh, it's just so good. So I would go there like at least once a month to have this Korean style black noodle, and they also made their own kimchi, kind of Americanized kimchi with cabbage, not Nepal cabbage, but American cabbage. It was so good. Oh my goodness. I go there like at least once a month because oh my goodness, it's so good. And last year, I stopped by Portland, Oregon, because I took about 1 week vacation in San Diego, California. Okay, continuing legal education. Okay, 1 week vacation, and when I was coming back to Alaska, I stopped by Portland, Oregon, and I went to a Chinese restaurant there. They also knew how to cook Korean style black noodle. It was so good. Okay, I love China. I love Chinese food. I love Chinese people. Okay, and I don't care what other people say about in this coronavirus situation. I love China. I love Chinese people. I love Chinese food. Okay. Okay. So after 1 year in Fort Hood, we went to Afghanistan, and for 1 year, and then we came back to Fort Hood, Texas, and I was there for 1 more year, and then I got out, honorably discharged. Okay, 4 year service, 1 year in Georgia, Fort Benning, Georgia. There's Columbus, Georgia, and also there's basic combat training, Fort Benning, and then AIT, Advanced Individual Training in Fort Gordon, Augusta, Georgia. Okay, so that was 1 year training, and then 1 year in Fort Hood, Texas, and then 1 year in Afghanistan, then 1 year back in Fort Hood, Texas, and I lived off base for the last year when I was in Fort Hood, in a town called Harker Heights. Yeah, I rented a 1 bedroom apartment. I would have this house party in the apartment. Okay, just bringing my army friends. Okay, so yeah, we would practice martial arts and good time, very good time. So before we went to Afghanistan, yeah, I did two things. I made a movie. I mean, finished editing my movie, submit to film festivals, and I tried to be a special forces, and but I dropped out, so I came back from North Carolina, Fort Bragg, back to good old army, regular army, Fort Hood, Texas, and then we went to Afghanistan. Okay, kind of romantic, right? So before I went to Afghanistan, yeah, I tried to be special forces, finished editing my movie, Therapy for Metaphobia, and then we went to Afghanistan. Okay, I was busy, very, very busy. Okay, so when I was in Afghanistan, some kind and generous film festivals accepted my movie. So during the R&R, they give us like about 2 to 3 weeks vacation. We can go anywhere in the world. Army pay for the vacation because we are deployed in Afghanistan, so they pay for the airline flight. But hotel, room and board, we have to pay for it. Okay. Yeah. So I, out of 5 places who accepted my movie, I picked Ireland because I've never been there. Okay. I wanted to see some greenery. Okay. Because Afghanistan is beautiful. Oh yeah, but very beautiful place. Wonderful people. Amazing food. Because we have some local restaurants run by Afghanistanis. My goodness, the best rice, the best meat, goat meat I ever had. Shish kebab blew my mind away. Okay, it was just so good. Also, yeah, Afghanistani barber shop. They do this traditional style razor, right? The real razor to shave our heads. Oh, fantastic, right? So old school, like this brush, this cream to shave our heads. Army hairstyle, yeah, we shaved our head, right? But in Afghanistan, they have the real razor and this foam-based this shaving cream, right, with brush. It's so cool, right? Yeah, we trusted each other, Afghanistanis and locals, Army soldiers. Oh yeah, it's based on trust. Okay, so yeah, in base, they have all these stores. They sell carpets and scarves and whatnot, right? Yeah, I bought that. Sent to my families, right? Yeah, good time. So many stories. Okay, let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, I need some vocal rest. Okay. Good old days. We're taking a break from mathematics, all right? Because we do need breaks. We get back to that gold box conjecture proof. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's take 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, some more story about this night individual land navigation. Okay, so it's very exciting training opportunity. Individual night land navigation. Okay, so I mean, if you're a man, okay, there's something you may want to explore. Okay, as a civilian, sure. I'm civilian myself. I'm veteran, but if you're a lady, my advice: learn martial arts first before you go out there by yourself. Okay, you need to learn martial arts. Okay, yeah, and yeah, learn how to use weapons as well. Okay, if you're a lady, because you need to be able to protect yourself. Okay, but if you're a man, yeah, whatever, right? So before I went to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, is that kind of braggadocio? They brag about it. I don't know. Oh, they think they're so special. Special forces. Braggadocio. Just army joke, okay, so. Uh, yeah, army guys, we are like that, okay? We make jokes. A dry sense of humor, right? Yeah. We do that stuff. Yeah, we do trash talk. We talk trash sometimes. Huh? Yeah, the sailors' mouth like Navy. Okay, we make we talk jokes about Navy. The seaman joke. We joke about air forces and Marines. They joke about Army. Okay, what's Army stand for? Marine people. They joke about Army people like Army like some, what's this army joke? Yeah. Are not something ready to be a marine yet? Something like that. Yeah. We joke about each other, okay? We talk trash. Different branches. So, yeah. But they're cool, okay? I have friends who've been to Marine, Navy, Air Force. You know, like military family, you know, Coast Guard. Yeah. We joke about each other, okay? So, yeah. So, individual individual nine land navigation, okay? So I parked my car some weekend, okay, at night. Look at the map, and there's this small lake about 5 miles away. So I started walking. I parked my car, started walking, and I got there after an hour or so. Okay, just walking, trekking. Maybe it took me 2 hours. I don't know. Okay, but yeah, I hit that spot, lake. There was nobody else. Okay, it's just me at night, all by myself at night. Some weekend. Okay, individual night land navigation training. Okay, map, compass, flashlight, MRE, food, sandwiches, plenty of water, 50-pound rucksack. Okay, so tenting gear. So yeah, I got that point, and there's nobody else at night in the woods, forest. Yeah, it was beautiful at night, all by myself, out in the woods, forest. It was so quiet. I saw some snakes. Okay, they just passed me by, right? Right next to my boot. I didn't care about me. Some snake. Yeah, Texas they have snakes, right? Just passed by, okay, right through. I was like, oh, okay, and whatever. Bye, hello, snake. Just passed by, okay. He didn't care about me, okay. So yeah, whatever. So I went to this lake, right? I took off my 50-pound rucksack and I just sat down on the ground looking at the lake. Yeah, some frogs, I guess, right? Yeah, of course, there are snakes, whatever. Yeah, but it was starry night, very beautiful. Just taking a break, eating my sandwich and drinking water, smoking my cigarettes. Yeah. Then I came back, and I guess at one point I was lost. So I pulled out my cell phone. Oh, I was going the other way. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I hit the road and just follow along the road until I see my car far, far away. Okay. So I met some trooper. Okay. Yeah, police officer, and he stopped by. I was just walking down the road to my car, and the police officer asked me, "Hey, what are you doing at night?" "Oh, officer, yeah, I'm doing special forces training. I'm going to selection course in a month, North Carolina, Fort Bragg. So the car down there, is that yours?" "Yes, sir, that's my car." "Okay, have fun." Okay, so he was just doing welfare check, basically. Okay, so yeah, yeah. Yeah. Good old army days, right? Yeah. Yeah. How about basic combat training? Fort Benning, Georgia. When I was there, it was all guys. Okay, it was not co-ed, but I heard later on, Fort Benning, Georgia, they became co-ed. Uh, but fortunately enough, when I was there, Fort Benning, Georgia, it was all guys. So we really got some intense. We are all men, right? So drill sergeants. Oh, we got some real basic combat training. Fort Benning, Georgia. All guys, okay. But yeah, Fort Jackson, was it in South Carolina or something? I don't know. They were always co-ed. Okay, so we would make fun of people who went to basic training for Fort Jackson because it's co-ed, not as hard as Fort Benning, Georgia. It's all guys, home of infantry, right? That's some real basic combat training, boot camp, right? Because we are all guys, so drill sergeants, they were very disciplinary. Because we are all guys, they were not soft on us. But for Jackson, we'll make fun of them, okay? Because they're co-ed, right? Because drill sergeants, they even have female drill sergeants, right? They're kind of soft on those soldiers because they're female soldiers there, right? Yeah. So when I was in Fort Benning, Georgia, okay, yeah, it was something very new. Because before I was in army, before I joined the U.S. Army, I worked in a small company, software company. Okay, not many of us, about seven of us, small business, right? As a computer programmer, what language? Uh, Visual Basic, JavaScript, HTML, XML, XSLT. Yeah, ASP, not ASP.NET, but classical ASP. Okay, the spaghetti code. Yeah, you yeah we did that. Web programming. Yeah, of course. Yeah, SQL, MySQL, MS SQL, database, web programming. Okay, so web programming is like this. Okay, you have HTML, user interface, GUI, right? And you have backend database. In the middle, you have the computer programming like Visual Basic, right? So front end, back end, and in the middle, right? HTML, database, SQL, and in the middle you Visual Basic, right? Yeah, we did everything. We did HTML, XML, JavaScript, this user level, and we have server level database, and in the middle you have this computer programming, Visual Basic, right? ASP, yeah. Client side, server side, we did everything, right? As computer programmers, okay? Yeah, good time. So when I was computer programmer in Los Angeles, okay, I also made a movie, all right? I'll go to this desert, Red Rock Canyon Park, this beautiful park, desert in Mojave. Yeah, it's Mojave Desert. About 3 hours away from Los Angeles, okay? So on weekends, I would drive my car with my camera, Panasonic, like DVX or something, 10-4P, right? Yeah, it was semi quasi professional camera, mini DV, with my tripod and my camera with my remote control. Yeah, good time. Mm. All by myself. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay, I'll tell you more about it. Okay. Diet Coke with ice. Oh, it's so good. Oh boy. Give meaning to my life. Okay. Oh, I'm so easy to please. If I have my cigarettes and vodka and Diet Coke, I'm a happy camper. Okay. So. Okay. Let's take 5 minutes. Okay. I tell you all about those filmmaking story. Okay. Give me 5 minutes. Please. Let me grab my glasses. Okay, uh, why don't I sing you a song? How about that? It's kind of too dry, right? I tell you all about that filmmaking story in Mojave Desert all by myself. I tell you about that, okay? But first, let's sing a song. How about Paul Simon, who went to Africa, right? Yeah, I love this song, okay? Mr. Paul Simon, he went to Africa to learn some original African music, right? And maybe some dancing move as well, okay? So, yeah, the percussion, African music, original, authentic, really cool stuff, man. Oh, African music, they got some good stuff. And dancing, yeah. So it was a very good decision. Mr. Paul Simon going to Africa to learn from Africans, their dancing, music, percussion, okay. Paul Simon, Mr. Paul Simon, very talented individual, right? He's Caucasian, kind of short stature, but like Napoleon said, what kind of Italian, French, Napoleon, yeah, Bonaparte. What does Bonaparte means? I think it means good part. Bonjour. Good part. Good part of the town. Bonaparte. Right? Napoleon. Okay, so yeah, the man's stature is from shoulder and up. Brain. Okay, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, Mr. Paul Simon, he went to Africa, right? The way he does his percussion, this drum beat, is very exquisite, very sophisticated. Okay, I really like. I'm a huge fan. Paul Simon, he's a great dancer as well. fantastic, talented musician, right? He dated what? Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, for a while, whatever. They broke up, right? Yeah. Then he went to Africa. He went solo, right? Yeah. Yeah. There we go. African language, beautiful, right? Awa, she a rich guy, she don't try to hide. Diamonds on shoulder of her shoes. Is a poor boy, empty as a pocket, empty as a pocket with nothing to sing. Ta na na na. She got diamonds on soles of her shoes. Ta na 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 na. She got diamonds on soles of her shoes. Diamonds on soles of her shoes. Diamonds on soles of her shoes. Then this electric guitar. She's got the diamonds on her shoes. People say she's crazy, she got diamonds on her shoes. Well, there's one way to lose these walking blues. Diamonds on her shoes. She won't feel forgotten and she's sleeping in my pocket with car keys. She says you've taken me for granted because I please you. Rang those doors. I could say, ooh, is everything I'm talking about? Ah, da 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 da, trumpet. Da 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 da. Oh, it's such a beautiful song. It's like God sent, like musical prophet, dude. Oh. We are being rhapsodic, random walk. Okay, I was watching this Charlie Chaplin movie, Modern Times. This feeding machine, wiping out this mouth, lips. Hilarious, right? Oh, Charlie Chaplin, comedic prophet, right? Black and white, no special effect, and not even it's no talkie, right? Silent movie with classical music. How about this Rhapsody in Blue? Yeah, Goshen, right? Oh, American in Paris. Yeah, this guy, this Goshen. What's his first name? I don't know. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, Rhapsody in Blue. What year was that? Because Charlie Chaplin, I'm not sure modern times he used that tune. I'm not sure who was first. Who imitated who? 1936. That's modern time, Charlie Chaplin. How about Rhapsody in Blue? What year is that? 'Cause there's some common denominator between Rhapsody in Blue Gershwin, okay, and Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. I'm not sure who imitated who. George Gershwin, okay. Uh, 1924. Okay, so Charlie Chaplin, he kind of imitated this George Gershwin. So, yeah, George Gershwin, he was first. Yeah, Charlie Chaplin, he's composer as well, right? He can play violin, right? So he kind of imitated from this Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin, 1924, and Charlie Chaplin, Modern Times, 1939, something like that. Okay, okay. So it was George Gershwin first. Okay. Because I was wondering who imitated who. Okay. Charlie Chaplin imitated George Gershwin. Okay. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay. So this movie I made, I went to Mojave Desert. Okay. During the weekends. During the weekdays, yeah, editing. I mean, during the weekday days, yeah, full-time computer programmer. Visual Basic, HTML, Visual Basic, then SQL. We did all that stuff. Okay, so front end, user interface, HTML. In the middle, yeah, Visual Basic, business logic. Back end, yeah, SQL, database. We did everything. Small company, right? Yeah. They promoted me to become a project manager. Okay, so later on, so yeah, good time. Okay, but during the weekday nights, I would edit. During the weekends, I would film. Going to the Mojave Desert. Okay, yeah, I was busy, right? Yeah. So I take my camera to Mojave Desert, and does this bother you? Funny head, right? I'm sorry about my balding spot. Okay, I'm trying to cover it up. So yeah, it's desert, Mojave Desert, right? I brought gallons of my water, right? That was before I joined the U.S. Army, so I had long hair. I had my ponytail. My hair was like a foot and a half long, like really long hair. Okay. Uh, I was like 29, so it was year 2009, I guess, something like that. No, yeah, 2008. Yeah, I was 29. Okay, 11 years ago, I was in Mojave Desert to make a movie all by myself, and I made one, and I uploaded in the Google YouTube. Okay, so it's good that Google acquired merge and acquisition M&A, okay, YouTube, because back in the days YouTube they only allow like 10 minutes footage to upload, but Google acquired YouTube, so now it's unlimited, right? Yeah, I'm glad they did that. Okay, so because Google have a lot of money, so big corporation, they are not always bad. Okay, they have capital, so now Google YouTube unlimited uploading. Okay, because they got money, right? Yeah. So I uploaded this movie, Therapy for Mental Phobia. It's in Google YouTube. Okay, so yeah. So I went to the desert, right? It was hot and dry, and I saw some jackrabbit, lizard, right? Yeah, cactus. Yeah, and some edible plants too. Very spicy, very herbs like thyme or something like that. Okay, yeah, because I studied edible plants. So yeah, when I see one, I recognize them. Okay, so I ate some, and it was very spicy. Okay, so desert plants. Some of them are edible. Okay, so yeah. I also brought my sandwich there, back out there, desert. So I was feeling myself doing this narrative therapy for metrophobia. Why is it metrophobia? I mean, that word exists, right? Fear of poetry, but who fears poetry? Okay, so the way I use this term metrophobia, it means fear of the city, like metropolitan. Okay, that's the way I define this term metrophobia, fear of the city. So this guy running away from the city to go to the desert to be alone. Yeah, I did everything by myself. Okay, yeah, of course I talked to my friends. I'm making a movie. My families, yeah, they knew about it because I told them. But uh, I kept it kind of secret that I was making a movie. Okay, it did not involve anybody. Okay, I mean, I have friends and families, their support, moral support. Yeah, but the movie itself, I all made it by myself. Okay, of course, one day got stuck. My car got stuck in the desert, so I had to call AAA. Okay, and kind and generous gentleman uh, helped me to put my car out, and this kind and generous ladies and gentlemen in this state park ranger station, yeah, they let me use their phone to call this AAA. Okay, so we take 5 minutes break. I tell you about that. Okay, it's very interesting story. It's about people helping each other. Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you about it. Interesting story. Yeah. All right, let's take 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So what happened was, you know, Red Rock Canyon Park is California State Park. It's very beautiful rock formation. They look like pillars. Oh, they're very colorful. Red Rock Canyon State Park in California, very beautiful, right? Yeah, I was blown away because I was scouting for location, filming location for my movie. Okay, and it was such a magical place, Red Rock Canyon Park in California, Mojave Desert. I was blown away. Okay, so yeah, okay, this is the place. It's such a magical place. It's beautiful desert. I love desert. All right, and it blew my mind away. Okay, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. About 3 hours away from Los Angeles, California. Okay, so yeah, I decided to start filming, and one day I should have parked my car in the parking lot, but I went deep down, too deep with my car. Okay, so it got stuck. All right, it was at night, about like 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night. Okay, so it was getting dark. So I slept in my car. All right, because my car got stuck. Okay, in the sand. So yeah, I slept in my car in the Mojave Desert because I should have parked in the parking lot, but I went too deep down. Okay, with my Chevy Corsica, which is the year 1996, something like that. Okay, so it's probably older than you, my car back then, Chevy Corsica. Okay, it got stuck. Okay, so slept in my car, and next morning I woke up and I started walking. Why? There's no cell phone reception there. No, I could not make phone call. There's no cell phone reception in the middle of the Mojave Desert. So yeah, I walked all the way to the park ranger station next morning. Okay, and fortunately they were open. Okay, so God bless them. Okay, so uh, and they allowed me to use their landline phone. But there's no cell phone reception there. Okay, and so I called my AAA, and a kind and generous gentleman came and with this truck, but he could not drive that big truck to hold my car because it's in the middle of desert, right? So he and I we walked all the way down to my car. He's expert, he's professional, right? We walked to my car, and then we got to my car, and he asked me, "Do you have a jack?" And I was like, "Oh, I think yeah, I do. Yeah, I think I have a jack somewhere." And yeah, fortunately, this car, Chevy Course car, it came with a jack, so he jacked it up, this one tire wheel, and he put some stone rock underneath, and we were able to pull that out. Okay, yeah, and when and he and I, yeah, we drove back to the parking lot out of this desert, and then I want to thank him for going above and beyond to help me out. So yeah, we went to the gas station, and then I went to ATM and pulled out some money because that's above and beyond his duty. Okay, walking all the way down. So yeah, I gave him as an token of appreciation. something like $300, something like that. Okay, what I could afford as a computer programmer. Okay, yeah, something like that. Because I really wanted to. He went above and beyond. All right, so okay, yeah, yeah. So that happened. So since then, I parked my car in the parking lot and I just walked down with my camera, tripod, all the way down to film my movie. I didn't drive down there. No, I parked my car. Every time during the weekends, I carried my camera, which is like what, about 10 pounds, 15 pounds, I don't know, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, with my tripod, water, gallon of water, and my sandwiches. My camera, every time, yeah, when I had to carry it with me, every single time, all the way down. Okay, oh my goodness, in the desert. How many miles? At least 2 miles, 3 miles. Okay, from parking lot all the way deep down in the desert with this camera and tripod and food, water, every single time. Okay, oh my goodness. I was in my 20s, 29, something like that. Okay, so I was able to do that because I was still young. All right, so but it was a lot of work to carry this camera, tripod, mini DV, cassette tapes, food, microphone, whatever, right? This very hot desert, dry. Okay, oh boy. Toilet paper, kitchen towel, water. It was a lot of load on my back. So there's some of the behind the scenes story, and there are more stories, right? A lot of stories behind the scene. I mean, if you watched my movie, or if you're gonna watch my movie, there's this scene where there's this windmill, propeller windmill. I'm not sure what name of the town that is. Palmdale, maybe. I don't know. It's on the way from Los Angeles, California to Mojave, California. Okay. Yeah, this town with this windmills, wind power station, right? So I was. Let's take 5 minutes break. Okay, I need some vocal rest. Okay, I'll tell you all about it. Okay, let's stop and restart. Okay, I need to save this.